So, when did you start creating content?
14 years ago. I'm old. I'm tired. I feel like the. Have you seen Finding Nemo?
Yes.
The turtle.
Yeah.
That's low. I feel like that turtle now.
What did you start? What was it like when you started? What were you doing?
So different
Yeah.
back then. I mean, everything changes like from one month to the other now with the speed that everything is growing on social media. But I started filmmaking.
Yeah.
And I always liked YouTube because I used to be a huge fan of Smallville, the TV show of Superman, and I went into forums like to discuss the episodes and the seasons and everything. So in that forum, there were people sharing like videos they made, like fan edits.
Right.
And I was like, I want to do that too. I started doing it, and then we found this platform that is like, oh, there's a new platform called YouTube where we can upload the videos. And we're like, yay! So I started using YouTube since I was 13 years old or 14 years old.
Yeah.
So it's part of my life. It's an extension of me. And then I fell in love with, like editing and recording. So I started filmmaking. And once I was studying, I realized there was not like a Spanish channel dedicated fully to give like chilled movie reviews. Of course, we always had like great critics in Mexico. Great cinema critics.
What do you mean chilled movie reviews?
Chill like in a
not in a very critic way.
In a critic way, but in a more layout way. Like, I'm gonna tell you what the stories you're gonna enjoy or not. I mean, actually, that's how I started. But now it's still chill, but I do try to be a little more professional or technical about some stuff on the plot or the filmmaking. But basically, I was a film student, wanted to like give my opinion on movies, so I started the YouTube channel on 2011.
And then how's that transitioned to now?
To this is crazy, yes. I graduated and I worked like in some production houses, like making commercials from brands and everything. And then I was like, I couldn't sleep one night. And when you are recently graduated, it's like, what am I going to do with my life?
Right.
I mean, like, now what?
Yeah.
So there was this very popular magazine in Mexico called Cine Premier. It was like a magazine for movies, basically. Yeah. And I looked for their YouTube channel and I saw that they didn't have like original content. They just had shared some interviews or like general videos. So I asked them like, hey, I'm doing this with my channel. Would you like me to create content for your channel? I think in the word content didn't even like was a thing. It was like videos. Like, can I make videos for you? And they were like, yeah. So that opened a door for me to meet like the studios, like Disney, Warner, Paramount. There was no Netflix, so yeah, and that was like my golden ticket to this world of talking about movies, do interviews, do movie junkets, and one thing led to another, and eventually I was able to make of my channel my primary income. And I left the magazine because they had some changes, and I just dedicated since then like my whole time to building like this channel. And I was also working with a exhibitor called Cinepolis. I think they have in the US some Cinepolis, they're very nice. And I was like one of their ambassadors. I was like on their screens before the movie starts. I hosted a podcast and a radio show with them. But now I'm just entirely on my YouTube channel and of course like social media, but everything is about movies for me.
It feels like your channel is it's about filmmaking, but it's filmmaking in its own way.
It's movie reviews basically.
But the art of it, it's the format of it. It feels, I can see the filmmaker in you.
Oh, nice, thank you.
But it's not like traditional. Does that make sense? Like
yes.
You mess with pacing and you mess with the comedy of holding a shot for so long. I love that. Like you're like, you're gonna look at this thing, and I think does that, like, how do you come up with formats like that? Do you just experiment? Do you have like this type of format is working?
Yes.
Or like, what's your process about formats? But then I also want to get in process of like a week.
Wow. Well, I always try to evolve with what is trendy, but like really trying to balance the trendy and my essence, you know, to don't get lost on, so now everyone is using like a fisheye on their shot, so I have to use a fisheye and have these lightings. Like, what of these new trends of YouTube and content, video production I like, but I do test with my audience. So if my audience, they say like, the videos are too long, or the audio is not good.
Do you look at the comments a lot?
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's people giving you feedback?
Yes, you know, sometimes, for example, I used to do, I do podcast, and sometimes I read feedback like, Gaby, I feel like you interrupted the interviewee a lot. And I'm like, okay, I have to pay attention to that.
That's so funny.
I mean, if they say stupid things like, I hate you, you're terrible, like, meh.
How do you filter out the good feedback that you want to take and then the I hate you ones?
With a lot of training. Like, in the beginning, it's really hard. And that's why I think like many people who started on social media, like on TikTok or Reels, and they suddenly got lots of comments, because there's people who actually like, they have 0 followers, and in 6 months they can have 1 million, you know? And I don't know how they deal with that, because for me it has been like
slow and steady
progress. Always on the rise, up, but slow. So first I was able to manage, like 3 mean comments, and then maybe there were 100, and now it's like, okay, now there are 50, but I had to learn how to blind myself from them, because it's tough. It's tough to read bad stuff about you all the time.
Yeah.
And actually not to fall into the trap of, they hate me, I'm terrible, I'm gonna stop doing it. But it's hard. It took me years.
Yeah.
So I can be able now to see a mean comment, a bad comment, and like being able to separate, okay, this is feedback that I should take, and this is just pure hate, like random hate.
What helped you the most in that reaction of it? Like, what advice can you give on first someone who's just not trying because of that fear?
Sí.
And then secondly, someone who's getting the first piece of negative feedback and taking it. Like, even if you're made of Man of Steel, Smallville, you can't deflect what goes into your brain.
Of course.
And it sits in there.
Yes.
You're at dinner, and even though you're like, that's not a comment that I would take personally, it's still in your brain, because a lot of it is personal.
Exactly, because you at the end, it's not like if you're selling like a product, I don't know, like a water
You're not hiding
bottle.
behind a thing.
Yeah, you're not. It's like that. It's me. I'm the product.
Yeah.
It's a really cold way to say it, but somehow you are, as actors, are the product for Hollywood. For the people who are afraid to start, I mean, to be very honest with you, if they are very vulnerable people or they get really affected of bad comments, I would recommend not to do it, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because it can mess with your head.
Do you think that's just a personality, people who are sensitive and people who aren't sensitive, or is it people who are sensitive that have become?
Yes, I think it's people who are sensitive that have become like a more rough skin for that, because...
Can you get that? Like, I always ask I asked my therapist this.
Yes.
Where I was like, is Donald Trump just Donald Trump, or do you become Donald Trump? Like, he feels like the ultimate, like, doesn't care about anything.
No, I think you become, right? There's a movie that explains it. Did you see I just forgot the name of the movie. With Sebastian Stan. He was nominated for the Oscar. How can I?
Oh, yeah. The one with, I know who you're talking about. The guy from Succession.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the worst movie critic.
The Apprentice. That's what it's called.
I thought The Apprentice, but I was like, no, that's the TV show.
It's also called The Apprentice, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think you become. I mean, there are people who's born like really extrovert, you know, but many content creators are introverts.
So you're not suggesting that if you are you're suggesting that if you are sensitive, try a different. Now you can also try different types of content creation where you don't have to be the face, you don't have to be the thing. Yeah. You're saying if you are that sensitive.
I think it's there can be so many variants to this, but if people is really sensitive and they think it can affect their mental health, I mean, you have 2 options, right? One is don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you really want to do it, if you think like, I have a great idea, I know I can give people like this great content that is going to work for them, or this kind of advices that I think it can help people, and you want to do it, but you're afraid of mean comments, then maybe you should have someone to walk along with you. It can be, it doesn't, I mean, if it can be a therapist, is the best. But if it's a friend that reminds you like, oh, look, this
Right.
person told me like I look ugly with that shirt.
Yeah.
It's like someone who you trust that they can bring you back to the reality, that that's just a comment of someone who doesn't know you.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's a kid, like 14-year-old kid, like just bored.
Yeah.
So you need to have someone you can rely on.
That was something I learned. I basically like wrote down 4 or 5 names, and I said, whatever they think about you is true. Whatever anybody else thinks about you is false.
Exactly.
And if these people say you're on the wrong path, change your path. And if they think you're on the right path, don't care.
You have to have pillars for that, because otherwise it's so easy to fall. I mean, last year I had like a huge wave of criticism because I spoke about the movie Emilia Perez,
Yeah.
which actually was released here in Cannes.
Did you speak about it badly, or did you like the movie?
Badly.
Yeah, did you
No.
like the movie?
No.
I didn't like the movie.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Now we can be friends.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
was a
like
test
it.
for you.
It was
You
also
just
like
passed.
so much hype and so much, like I would go to work and
I'm
people were like,
kidding.
oh, you gotta watch this movie. It's
No,
great.
wow.
And I watched it and I was like, I actually don't think I finished it. I did not finish it.
Oh, you should have finished the ending explosive,
No,
literally.
I stopped. I'm pretty sure I watched it on a plane or something. And I watched it like 3, and I was like, this is not a good movie.
No, it's not.
And you know when you think like everybody said it's something good and you're watching, you're like, maybe I'm wrong. And
Of course.
I'm glad you said that because I really respect your opinion.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so
So you got a lot of shit for it.
Yes, I got a lot. It was my birthday, the day that everything exploded, and it was really hard for me to concentrate. If my girlfriend hadn't been there, it would have been so hard because she kept me, reminded me like, it's not a bad thing, don't worry, it's going to
Right.
pass. When they see the movie, they will realize that you were right, and was like, eh. But without her and my friends, because I said, what do I do?
Yeah.
Should I, because it was like a specific comment, a specific video. And it was like, should I reply? Should I say something? We're like, don't say
Yeah,
anything.
that's the best
and
way to do it.
I decided to just trust them, and it was the best decision. But you have to have people who support you,
It's
who
crazy
loves
that-
you, really.
It's crazy that you've been doing this for 14 years, but there's still those moments.
You were human. I think, as you
Yeah.
said, like, for example, for actors, they have, probably they've told you too, like, you can be involved in a really intense scene,
Yeah.
and you know you're acting, but your brain may not. And you are feeling that you're pretending to be scared, but to pretend you have to feel something.
Right.
And I
Right.
mean, those experiences are really strong because you actually feel the emotion. So I think it's the same with, I mean, maybe the same comment that now affects me 5% could have
Right.
affected me like 95 in
Right, but
10
it still
years
does
ago.
affect you 5%.
Yes, of course.
And when that comment is huge, when it's like 900 people, that
Yes,
5%
it becomes,
grows to 10%.
because we're still
yeah.
insecure people all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, we are always as humans seeking for approval because we like crave connection and yeah, approval. And when someone disapproves you, it affects you, but now it might be just like a little feeling in your stomach and you let it go, or you can keep it for maybe an hour, but
It's so funny because we also create, this world that you're in
Yes.
creates content for companies.
Uh-huh.
And companies they're not a single person who have friends and all that stuff. Like when something bad happens, they all panic. And that's why they're so afraid of making good content or trying content really even, because they can't stomach the risk of it all. What's your process like? So what's your week like? Is there a structured writing process? Like, how do you do that?
yeah. Well, I have a team. We are a group of I think we're around 5 girls and one.
What's the team
and
structure?
Antonio. Yeah, so I have the website.
Yeah.
And there's a girl, Becca, that she's like the editor.
Yeah.
And then a girl that is writing some of the articles with her, it's Monica. And then I have my video editors, Dania. And then I have a content manager, Eileen. And then Fernanda, she's like the designer. And the
designer?
community manager, Antonio. He's the only guy. So that's why we say like we're a group of girls and Antonio.
Yeah. So there's a editor. There's a editor of the
Website?
publication,
Yes.
and there's someone who writes for that publication.
Yes.
There's a video editor. There's a content manager, and there's a community manager,
And a graphic designer.
and a graphic designer.
Yeah. And
So
yes,
what's
I
the
mean,
process of you guys working
we
together?
have we have weeklies on Monday, and we see okay, which movies or shows are premiering this week, right? Like, okay, so we have How to Train Your Dragon, and next is going to be Jurassic World. So we plan ahead of that, okay, so the press screening was last week. I'm gonna write the video. I write my reviews, and I'm gonna film them and send them to the editor. So we publish this day, and the content manager selects what kind of topics she wants to approach depending on the movie and the releases and the news and everything, film news. And they also like schedule the postings. And the editor, she has a lot of freedom, like to try to create articles that are not like a copy paste of, you know, what Variety said or Hollywood Reporter said. So it's like, okay, there is this new about Disney suing an AI company, but it's not the same. Let's write the same. It's like, okay, let's make an article on how we think the AI is going to start affecting Disney.
How much of your opinion is going there, and how much of they're creating content by themselves?
They're creating content by themselves. Okay. I mean, we have sometimes they host videos on the YouTube channel, and they have like the all creative freedom to say what they think, because we are very different. And for example, the website editor, she's really passionate, and there are some films that she sees and it's like, it's the best movie, I love that, and then I watch and it's like the worst movie for me, and vice versa, you know, for
so
her.
What goes in the channel?
In the channel is most of my opinion and my point of view of things, but when they do the video, when they write it and they record it and they appear, they host the video, it's their opinion.
Got it. So there's multiple opinions happening.
Yes, but we share values and moral rights.
So Monday you meet.
Yes, and then the rest of the day we're in touch, like.
So Monday you figure out what content you're going to make, and then it just happens throughout, or is there a filming day, or is there a writing day, or?
It depends, because for example, I always post the movie news on Wednesday. It's like the day we post, so I'm always going to record the video on Tuesday.
Got it.
And I'm gonna get the script on. I don't do that script. There's someone's doing the script because it's just news.
Someone's doing that on Monday.
Yes.
So someone prior
on Tuesday,
week is preparing
early.
that on
Like
Tuesday.
They send me the script like 1 p.m. and I record the video around like 5 or 6. Send it to the editor, so it's ready the next day at night.
Got it.
And with the reviews, it depends, because for example, sometimes people is craving and thirsty for the opinion of, let's say, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So if I already saw the movie, as soon as the embargo is lifted, I post the video. But if it's a movie that is going to release on Thursday and I'm able to, then I write the review maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, record the video.
Is the content manager managing the, okay, embargoes this day, this video is going to go out this way?
No, I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
She's managing more like what they post on social media, the content.
So you're the operational brain behind it?
Oh, yes.
Was that something you had to learn? Or was that something that came naturally to you?
I think I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I think it's really
because a lot
hard.
of content creators, you know, love doing this. I love having this conversation. I love having an opinion. I love getting your opinion out of
things
it.
behind the scenes.
But then I don't know what's March 17th, what's going to happen. You know, like some people who have this brain don't have that brain.
Right.
And was that something you had to learn?
That's because I'm a Sagittarius. No, I think it's like balancing the creative with the more, how can I say, like business?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been learning, to be honest with you. And one thing that I had to learn a lot, I'm a very naive person. I'm not that naive anymore.
Right.
As the question you said, like, do you become or you are born like this? I was very naive. So there's people who take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You know, like people you can do trust and then they do terrible things. And you learn not to be that. But in my essence, I'm still naive. You know, so there are things that people in this industry, in every industry, there are sharks.
Yeah.
And you have to become one, but at the same time, for me, it's hard because I don't want to feel like I'm a machine working with machines. It's like, I like human connection. But I have learned how to be, more rough sometimes, more like a shark sometimes, but I've been learning in the process.
I'm so glad you said that, because I call them the dolphin and the shark in me. Sometimes I have the dolphin has to wear a shark suit, and sometimes the shark has to wear a dolphin suit.
Yes, I love that. And actually it's the same. I'm going back to the answer of one of the last questions, but you have to have someone you trust.
Yeah.
For example, for me, right now, I feel like I really listen to my girlfriend's advice because she's really smart.
Yeah.
And she said things before me, you know, like, oh yeah, he looks perfect for this, let's do this video with that person. And she's like, I don't know why I feel like that is not going to work. Like, but why? 2 months later, like, wow, I suddenly comes to my head, like, that was never going to work, you know, but she can see ahead and she like is more receptive to, I don't know, energies maybe, I don't know. But it's great having someone like a partner to trust. I don't mean like necessarily a romantic partner, just like a friend, someone, your partner, collaborator that you can, because we are, as I said, we're humans and we don't have all the skills. We can have really good talking skills, but terrible management skills or terrible
Yeah.
financial skills. So
You usually don't have all of those in one person.
no, so
It-
you have to. I think there's.
So
a
how do you?
popular-
So there's the monetization aspect of your business. This is a business.
Yes.
How does that work, and how did you learn that, and how would you do it today, kind of thing?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, my monetization is like it's pretty good on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's like something
from
we
ads?
have. Yes, exactly. From ads. And that's a monthly pay that I'm able to pay my team with it. And then we have, unfortunately in Mexico, TikTok, it's not being monetized.
Oh.
I don't know if I was really jealous.
TikTok's hard to monetize generally.
In many countries, TikTok, it's not like a place to earn money.
Yeah. Do you think that will change with TikTok Shop coming in?
Probably, but that's crazy because I don't know if you ever fell for like fake publicity.
Yeah.
So on TikTok, I saw this product
Oh my
that.
God! I bought a ping pong table that never came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one came, but this was like to remove cat hair.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it
I've
has
seen
like a
that
steam.
ad. Yeah.
And I was watching the video and it keep appearing. And I was like, I have to buy this. It's the
You have a
worst
cat?
product.
Yeah.
Don't buy it.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It was like one hair. So
It
then
looks
I
like it
realized,
come like you do that and it gets a
I
carpet
know,
out
like
of
a whole
the.
blanket of hair. But
I wanted to get a cat so I could try it.
I want the cat just to try
Yeah.
the steamer. And
So
but
it doesn't work.
it's crazy because then I realized, of course, this is part of the partnership of the TikTok shop.
Of course.
That's why so many people, or also another one like with a dental spray that is like stream water that cleans your teeth.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing it, and then I realized, oh, it's part of this partnership. So I was like, that's why so many people is recommending it at the same time.
Yeah.
So-
I see. I usually go to the hashtag or the company thing, and then I see all the
Oh.
people, and sometimes all the people are reading the same script. I have a like. I
Yes.
love that one that was like, my dad's a dentist, right? So and then like 900 people had posted. So my dad's a dentist, right? And it was
he
hilarious.
really, and you're like, sure, he does.
It was the
I believe
actual exact script. My dad's a dentist and he gets paid by the government. And then everyone was saying like the same lines. And that was like fascinating to watch because you don't really get that on TikTok. What's next for you? By the way, congrats on everything that
thank
you've done.
you. Very kind.
I also just love you as a creator because you have tried, you're not afraid of trying a different thing. You've started off in YouTube, you have a publication side of it, you're doing TikTok, your TikToks are amazing. And now, what do you want to try next and what's next?
Make a movie. So I started filmmaking,
Yeah.
and somehow, and it happens to students that regularly because I've talked to them, I became like disenchanted when I started filmmaking.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like doing a movie.
Yeah.
And I thought like, when I do a movie, it really has to move me, you know, like when you really want to do something and you're motivated, you feel energy, you feel passion, you feel like, I'm so excited to do this thing. Otherwise, it's a nightmare. So I said to myself, like, I'm not going to do a movie because one, it's expensive. Two, if I don't have something real to tell,
Right.
I'm not gonna do it.
Did you find
I'm
it?
not gonna do it out of ego. Yes.
Oh, amazing.
So
Can
now
you tell
I'm
us
in
what it's about or no? You
Yes,
wanna
I
keep it?
feel like there are many queer stories, but mostly presented or like the protagonists are males. You find so little like women-led queer stories.
Was that your problem with Amelia Perez? I'm just kidding.
Yes. No. No, we have Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and we have Carol, and we
Yeah.
have very nice like lesbian films.
Yeah.
But in Mexico, it's like I can maybe name one movie.
Yeah.
So I think we need more of those movies in Mexico. But I don't want it to be I don't want it to be a tragedy.
Right.
Not a comedy either, more like a dramedy. But yeah, I would like to make that film. I'm in the writing process right now. I just want to release the film before I turn 40.
Yeah.
And I'm 20, and oh my God, I'm the sun. The sun
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
getting mad. I'm
Yeah.
35, so I have 5 years
Okay.
to finish the script, get to production, and release the movie.
That's awesome.
And if it's expensive, I can always release it on YouTube. It's not the plan, but why not?
I cannot wait to see that movie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this. This is so nice.
I had a great
I feel like I
time.
can talk to you for hours.
Thank
And
you.
we should do another one at some point.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
I'm like